What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror comedy film review. Today we're actually going to review The Gorilla from 1939. It was released May 26, 1939. Stars the Ritz brothers, Lionel Atwell, and Anita Lois. It was directed by Alan Dawn, who did films like Silver Load, Slightly Secret, Robin Hood, the 1922 film, and Cattle, Cattle Queen of Cattle Queen of Montana. Um, so yeah, The Gorilla. This is a murder mystery horror comedy, and yeah, it always stars the Ritz brothers, and they play these detectives that are assigned to a case where they have to protect a rich, uh, rich person and his wife that's being stalked by a killer known as the Gorilla, who basically is out there killing people and robbing people. This guy's as an escaped gorilla from a circus. Now, to make matters worse, a real gorilla comes and invades the house at the same time. So it gives the Ritz brothers a little harder time to understand who's actually being targeted and uh, who the killer actually is. Overall, this film was really entertaining. I really enjoyed the slapstick comedy in this. This is very old school. It's very Three Stooges esque or Abbott and Costello esque and stuff, but it's done on an even more darker scale than those. This one's a little more, I'd say, a little more mature than the other. The other ones are like family friendly. This one has some pretty adult themes to it and stuff. So it does have a good stuff. The acting's really good in it too, and that it doesn't feel like you're watching a stage play or anything like that. It actually is very engaging and is put together really well. I was very surprised with that. Story wise, it's pretty much a basic murder mystery story, but overall, it's still fun and engaging, and I really enjoyed it. It's a very lighthearted type of comedy, though, but with some dark themes to it, and actually has some pretty creepy scenes in it with the gorilla and stuff like that. Now this film is in black and white, so I know some, at least like half the people that probably watch this probably won't even check it out. But um, yeah, it is actually a pretty good film, and I think a lot of people overlook it. And looking back at these, man, some of them are just so amusing, and you don't get comedy like that anymore. It's hit or miss when it comes to the comedy, especially nowadays. So, yeah, but if you're looking for something old school and lighthearted, but a lot of fun with maybe a little creepiness to it, and this one is actually pretty good. And it is a lot of fun. So I'm going to give The Gorilla a 3 out of 5. Overall, it's a fun film. It's not super complicated or anything like that. And overall, it's just an entertaining movie. So if you want to check it out, you can watch it for free right here on YouTube. I'll link it down below so you can check it out there. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films and review in the future on my story. I usually have the film title hashtags of John Film and the hashtag so you're aware of it. Also, my letterbox down below, Derek P reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below, reviews on Derek. So follow me on those platforms to loop this channel, like this video, share some more people wherever, comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any extremist favorites that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment them down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also, so you my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to start a sci-fi franchise now called The Maze Runner. We're going to watch The Maze Runner. I'm going to review The Maze Runner in the next review, so make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those killers disguised as girls and all those crazy escape gorillas because, well, it happens. And, yeah, but that's it for this one. Till the next one. Cheers.